What is going on, people, and welcome to a brand new series on my channel. And this is based very much on the challenge that you guys loved so much of. We are doing a whole entire season of the 2 laps down challenge. Yes, that is right. And we are going to be doing this driving as Rio Haryanto. So we're going to be right at the back of the field, driving in the Manor as Rio Haryanto, going 2 laps down on very easy difficulty. We may put it up to easy depending on how well we do over this first race and maybe the second race in Bahrain. But for now, it's going to be very easy difficulty. Go to the back of the grid, go 2 laps down, and then try and make our way back through the field. And try and do this over a whole entire season to try and make the legend Rio Haryanto a world champion. So this is sort of a Manor from the past to what could potentially be a Manor in the future. Well, a long way in the future. But they used to be 2 laps down all the time. Now they're sort of on the lead lap, maybe 1 lap down. And in the future, who knows? They could be world champions. I highly doubt that at the moment, but you never know what the future could hold. So this is going to be this series. It's going to be a weekly series on this channel. Every Wednesday, I think is a good day to do it. Every Wednesday, we're going to do this video. We're going to do a different race every single week. And we're going to try and win the World Championship. For now, we're just going to do it as the season goes by. So, Australia, Bahrain, China, Russia. But if you guys want to switch up the season or anything like that, then let me know. And I can certainly switch up the season for you guys. So, without any further ado, let's get into today's challenge video. But before we actually do that, let's look at the race strategy. So, starting on the super soft tyres, going onto the softs, and then going onto another set of soft tyres. Like always, we are going to bump up the rich mix of fuel so that we can have loads of fuel in today's race. Literally going to fill that. We are going to fill the fuel so we can be in rich mix all the way from the start to the finish. So here we go. Let's get this race underway, and I will see you when we go 2 laps down. So that is 1 lap down, and for goodness sake, Pascal Wehrlein, why are you going to pits right now? That's going to mean this challenge is going to take even longer. For goodness sake, Pascal. I've just been disqualified. Let's use a flashback on that one. I'm not restarting it because I had to wait so long for them to go round once on the track. So let's use a flashback here. Let's move across. Right, okay. Pascal's in the pits. He's going to hold us up, and I will see you when he finally overtakes us to go 2 laps down. Goodness sake, Pascal. Right, so this would have made me 2 laps down by this stage. However, Pascal Wehrlein is only really in Sector 3 right now. So we're going to have to wait a little bit longer to be ready. Because usually we'd be like, right, okay, that's it. Magnussen's gone. What happened to Fernando Alonso? He's out of the race. That's 1 easy position gain. I will take that. Thank you very much, Fernando Alonso. I will definitely take that position. But Pascal Wehrlein, come on, hurry up, mate. I'm going to wait for you on the pole position spot. That's what I'm going to do. Pascal Wehrlein, I'm going to wait for you in the pole position spot. Right, we're just waiting for the... Oh, no, pole position's over here. Sorry, Wehrlein, if you crash into me. Oh, that was close. Wehrlein, what were you doing, buddy? Right, okay, we are now finally 2 laps down. Let's punch into rich mix and let's catch everybody up. Where's Fernando Alonso? There he is on the right-hand side. And when we come round on the next lap, we will overtake him. What is up, teammate? Are you going to let me through? Are you going to be a nice teammate, Wehrlein, and let me through? Yes, you are. Thank you very much, Pascal. Thank you for that position. I will see you in a lap's time when I unlap myself. Here we go then, right on the back, finally, of Kevin Magnussen. It's not taken too long to catch up to the back of him, and it's going to be a very easy overtake around the outside of this corner. But it would have been a lot easier to catch up to him had we not had to wait for Pascal Wehrlein as we dive up the inside of 3 cars there. Very, very brave under braking, but we got the move done. Looks like Danica Kvyat is doing a job of holding up Felipe Massa at the moment. We're following the slipstream, so we're going to go to the left-hand side, up the inside of both of these guys. And there we go. We finally managed to find a way through. So that gives us a good opportunity to get a good run on Palmer, who's going to squeeze us up the inside. Oh, I thought he wasn't going to give us any room, and that was going to be our race over. Sergio Perez and Nico Hulkenberg just ahead of us in 12th and 11th right now. So we should be able to get past both of those guys in this next corner. We're going to go up the inside of Perez. I'm not the best on the braking into that corner. I always lose so much time for that corner. I just really... It's not a corner where it's easy to find a braking point. I mean, most of them you have got brake marker boards, and I'm only going to get an illegal overtake for that. Sergio Perez is out of the race. Okay, so a lot of drivers going out of the race. He must have had an engine failure as well. So that means I will gain another position on the next lap, I think. So that's good. But yeah, like I was saying, that corner... Other corners you have brake marker boards, like this one. You have the 100 meter board, which I like to use as my brake marker board. Sometimes I brake earlier, sometimes I brake later than that one. But I sort of base it around that 100 meter, whereas that left-hander, I feel like the 50 meter for me is just too late to brake, and I'm a little bit scared to brake at that point. So, yeah. That one, I'm not the best at that corner, but I am catching up right now to this next car. Not too sure who it is. It's Roman Grosjean, so hopefully I'll get past him in the next couple of corners. And like I said, this time around the outside, there we go, on Roman Grosjean, and gaining another position. Hello, Valtteri Bottas, you going to let me through? Yes, you are. I'm going to take the inside line right here. Thank you very much, buddy. And I will see you, maybe not in a lap's time because I've got on the gravel. Oh, he had to get past me, didn't he? Are we going to go up the inside? Yes, we do. Very late on the brake. See what I mean? I'm terrible. I'm absolutely terrible at that corner. But I got past Valtteri Bottas, and now we're going to catch up to the next car. Here we go around the outside of Carlos Sainz as we go into the stadium sort of section, the stadium car park section. And easy overtake there on the Toro Rosso driver. His teammate seems to be having issues, that's why he's so far down. And Jenson Button doing a good job running in 7th place, so well done to him. He is having a fantastic race to be up in 7th. That is, no, honestly, that is really good for a McLaren, especially in Australia. So well done to JB. I don't know whether I've already got past Fernando Alonso or not. No, Fernando Alonso's out, so yeah, he's the last remaining McLaren, who's not giving me any room there on the left-hand side. JB squeezing me out, but we get the position in towards the chicane, and another place bites the dust, and we're going to be catching up to what is most likely going to be the Ferraris, the Red Bulls, and the Mercedes right now. And here we go, already right behind the two Red Bull drivers, as this Manor is honestly... Its downforce is terrible, which is no surprise that it is a Manor. It's all about straight line speed in 2016, but oh my god, the back end just flips out on you in every single corner as soon as you put the power down. But we are still managing to make progress on these very easy AI. Just need to make sure that I don't lose the back end anymore. Going to squeeze it on the right hand side, or Ricciardo not giving us a lot of room there, but we have managed to get through. Ooh, back end, stay with me, and we are right behind Verstappen right now, so we'll be looking to get past him, possibly up the inside here. Yeah, there we go, up the inside. It's just a little bit of a patient move. We didn't dive up the inside, we just slowly crept up the inside of Verstappen there, and we managed to get the position. We've actually moved up into 20th, forgot to make note of that, but we have now got past Sergio Perez as well. So 20th position already on lap 6. Yes, they are 2 DNFs, but if everybody else can crash out, then that would really, really help us. Surprisingly, Nico Rosberg is running in 4th position. Not too sure why that is. He may have had a problem with the 2 Ferraris or something like that. Or maybe because some of them are coming to the pits. But I'm going to get a position on Rosberg and another driver who's just come in. Am I going to get Rosberg going down in towards this turn 1? Yes, I do. There we go, up the inside of the Mercedes driver. And it's just 2 more drivers left to go. And then I only have to... yeah, I say that like it's an easy thing. I only have to get past... the rest of the field again just to unlap myself. So there's still a long way left to go in this challenge. It's definitely not over yet. Kimi Raikkonen, are you going to be coming into the pits? Yes, you are. Easy. Don't even have to worry about Kimi Raikkonen. That's an easy position gain there on the Ferrari driver. Not too sure if it's the... no, it's Lewis Hamilton. Yes. There we go. Confirmation there. Lewis Hamilton running on the softs at the start. So, yeah. So he's got the position on me at the moment. And once I've got past him, I'm only 1 lap down. And it looks like there's a whole load of lap drivers not too far up the road. So hopefully I can get past those guys quite quickly. As I should be able to get past Lewis Hamilton up the inside here. Just like Max Verstappen, we just slowly crept up the inside. There's no point going for any silly dive bomb moves and just losing our race there and there. Because, you know, we're in a Manor. The braking isn't the best. The downforce isn't the best. So let's just take it easy. Let's not risk stupid moves. And just get past fields, because I will definitely be able to get past a few people, and I'm at the moment aiming for 10th position in this race. That is my aim for today's race. If I can get 10th place, then I will consider that a very good result indeed. Just as we were starting to catch up to Pascal Wehrlein, look, he's just up ahead. He just went through the final corner there. we have to make a pit stop. So we're going to be coming into pit stops right now. Make sure we get stopped before the line. 37. Way before the line there that we got stopped. And at least we made it. No drive-through penalties there at all. But unfortunately, that does mean we're going to be re-overtaken by Lewis Hamilton and most likely Nico Rosberg as well. But we're coming out the pits right now, so we might actually be able to come out ahead of the other Mercedes driver. Let's accelerate now. Come on. Get me out in front of Nico Rosberg. I've got him. Nico Rosberg's going to brake really early into that corner. No, don't blue flag me. I'm faster than him. I'm a Manor. I'm faster than a Mercedes. That's how things work in this F1. Okay, Manor is quicker than you. Not if I brake like that. Don't worry, Nico Rosberg. You can go past. No, it's fine. Yep, I'll let you back through. There you go. Right, okay. That was a mistake. But we are going to rectify that and get past Nico Rosberg on the left-hand side and go around the outside into this next corner. And there we go. Easy does it. And I'm back up into what would be P2. Now, I need to catch up to Lewis Hamilton. And then I also need to catch back up to Pascal Wehrlein and try and overtake him to actually unlap myself. Because at the moment, I'm still 2 laps down to Lewis Hamilton and a lap down to everybody else. And we are a third of the way through this challenge. And the easiest part of overtaking is at the start. So it's not going exactly to plan. And that mainly is because my teammate decided, yeah, let's break my front wing at the start of the race so that I have to wait even longer on the bloody grid. So thank you very much for that, Pascal Wehrlein. But we are still going to try and get into the points. Here we go then. Finally caught back up to my teammate, Pascal Wehrlein. He's on the super soft tyres at the moment, but that doesn't really matter too much because he's an easy AI. So that overtake just shows up there, up the inside, just literally took advantage of Pascal Wehrlein and got a very easy overtake on my teammate. Up next for me is Marcus Ericsson, and then it's Danny Kvyat, who I believe still is having those problems. So disappointed for him, but we're going to go up the inside of Marcus Ericsson and Kvyat as well. Yes, he gives us the run, so there we go, we go up the inside. And I think Felipe Nasr has got problems in this race as well, so we should be able to get past him very soon. And I think he is actually holding up the Renault, which he is, of Kevin Magnussen. So I should be able to get past both of these guys by turn 1, possibly turn 2. But yeah, it's going to be turn 1. Look how close I am to the back of Kevin Magnussen. Is he going to go on the overtake on Nasr? Yes, he is. I'm going to get Nasr as well and get the inside for Kevin Magnussen. I braked very early into that corner, but I did have a free wide situation going up the inside. So I didn't exactly want to take too many risks going up the inside, so I broke a little bit earlier. But we are up the inside, we have moved up another couple of positions, and we have unlapped myself to those guys. Right, up next for me is Esteban Gutierrez. Going to go around the outside of the first part of the chicane, inside for the second part. Easy move up the inside. I keep saying easy move. Of course it's going to be an easy move. It's up against easy AI. The difficult part of this challenge is really just catching up. The easy part is the overtakes, because you can sort of force your way up the inside or up around the outside, and they will give you the space AI, which is good about them. So, yeah, I've got to stop saying easy overtakes, because of course you guys know it's going to be an easy overtake. It's easy AI, for goodness sake, and we are right behind Jolyon Palmer now as I lose the back end a little bit. But this should be an easy, yeah, I said it that time. We're going to go up the inside, though, of Jolyon Palmer down in towards turn 1. The bad thing about this challenge is the AI do use all of their straight line speed, so it's difficult to overtake them on the straights, but through the corners, that is where you're going to get them. But for tracks like this, you know, the track is quite wide, so overtaking isn't too difficult. But for tracks like, you know, Monaco, which I've already done, but other tracks like Hungary is going to be a really difficult one to overtake there, just because the track is so narrow. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens at those tracks. But first, I do need to catch up to everybody that is 12th and above, which I believe next is the 2 Force India drivers. Okay, so it's not the 2 Force Indias that are running in 11th and 12th. I've actually overtaken someone just then who was in the pit lane, but it is actually Felipe Massa, who I'm now going to try and go around the outside. No, I'm going to have to get the inside line, right up behind the Williams driver. Easy under braking though, because they brake so early as Pascal Wehrlein is in the pits once again, which is good news. If he can make as many pit stops as possible, if we can do one less pit stop than everybody on the track, and still be a lot quicker than them. I mean, we're quicker than them anyway, but if we can be a lot quicker than them and do a less pit stop, this should really help us to try and get into the points. But we are halfway through this challenge right now, and we're probably about halfway through the field in terms of unlapping myself. So right behind Nico Hülkenberg, who's currently running in 10th. Can we feed it around the outside? No, we can't, but we should be able to get the traction out of this corner. No, we can't. We're just not quick enough. We're just going to have to settle right behind him. To the right-hand side. No, flick it back to the left-hand side. And then get the inside line into the chicane. And there we go. Up the inside. Science, I believe, is up next. Yes, he is. He's currently running in 8th place. 9th place, sorry. And I should be able to get him maybe in towards this corner. No. Oh, can we go around the outside? No, not gonna try it. Not gonna lose my front wing, but we will get him up the inside here. Easy, easy, easy. Up the inside of Carlos Sainz. And there we go. Up into what would be P9. Is there anybody else coming into the pits? No, there's not, as I lose the back end. Oh, slippery fish this Manor is. And there we go. Past Carlos Sainz. Up into what would be P9. And let's catch up to those two drivers going through turn 1 and turn 2. Okay then, Valtteri Bottas is currently in P8 right now, so I will be getting him down in towards this next corner. Yeah, there we go, up the inside. Got very close actually to the back of Valtteri Bottas under braking, but Jenson Button still running in that 7th place, so he is doing a fine job for McLaren at the moment in this race. So unfortunately, we are going to take the position away from him, hopefully later on the race. We are going to unlap ourselves to him right now, so we're going to get the inside line. Oh, lost the back end and nearly actually drove straight into him, ruining his race. But we have got past him, moved up into what would be P7, and now let's catch up to the leaders. Right there, next car to be unlapped against is Daniel Ricciardo. He is currently running in 6th place. I believe he started on the medium tyres, so he's going for a different strategy compared to the front runners, but we've got the job done on the Red Bull driver there on the left-hand side. He's tucking straight back into my slipstream to try and get the overtake, but that's not going to work, buddies. You brake really early down in towards turn 1, so you shouldn't even bother trying to do that. He's long gone now, right down behind us, but we're now going to think about possibly trying to catch up to, I believe it's probably Max Verstappen running in P5, unless he has not pitted yet. He's running on those medium tyres, which if he has taken them a long way. But 11 laps left to go. We still have to unlap ourselves from the front 5 and also try and gain positions in this race. So at the moment, it doesn't look like we are going to be getting points, but Felipe Nasr is only 5 seconds up the road, so we should be able to get to him very, very soon. And there he is. We can see him in the distance. Okay, then here we are right behind Felipe Nasr on the right-hand side. Easy overtake on easy AI. I say it all the time in this race, and I've run it wide. Don't give the position back. And there we go. We have made our first legitimate overtake in this challenge. There we go. Now we've literally just dropped down into a minus fuel. So we're going to put it back up into standard. Fuel around this circuit isn't actually too good, unfortunately. Someone else has just come into the pits there, so we've got another overtake in this race. And now we need to try and get past Max Verstappen. We need to make our way through the field, because at the moment we are not on for any points in this challenge, so we need to get a move on. Max Verstappen currently running in first. Looks like a couple of drivers have just come into the pits. We're going to dive up the inside of Verstappen. There we go. He gave us room, and we have got past the Red Bull driver. Now, I believe it's most likely the two Mercedes are up next, because the Ferrari went for a very aggressive strategy at the start. So they have probably both pitted. And up next, hopefully, is the two Mercedes, and they can be very soon up the road. Verline is up next on track, and there is a driver in between us two, so I'm guessing that is one of the Mercedes drivers. Here we go then, right behind my teammate, Pascal Verline, currently running in 18th place. We'll be looking to get past him, unfortunately. He's gassed right on a corner where it's very difficult to overtake. He squeezes us just a little bit there. Just a little bit there towards the inside of the wall, but luckily we do manage to find the gap. No contact between the two of us, and we do get through cleanly, and already got a bit of a lead over my teammates, showing he may have problems in this race, because he's going a little bit too slowly for an easy AI driver. We're right behind Nico Rosberg, cutting a little bit of the chicane just there, but we should get an easy move on this Mercedes driver. And there we go. You need to be aware, actually, to be honest, following right behind in the slipstream, because they do brake very early for these corners, and it can easily catch you out. So we do need to make sure that does not happen at all in this race. So learn from our mistakes. They're getting a bit too loose in the back end. Hopefully learn from that mistake as well, as it looks like one of the Saubers has come into the pits, Marcus Ericsson, on those super soft tyres, which he has, and that moves us up into 17th place. Here we go then, right behind Kevin Magnussen. We're going to do like we did on Max Verstappen, just dive up the inside in towards this left hand, and there we go. Position done up into P16 this race. We've got his teammate Julian Palmer next up, but I believe it is the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton who's next on our radar. And yes, it is Lewis Hamilton just a little bit further up the road. And then we will have fully unlapped ourselves to every driver on the grid. Here we go, left-hand side on Lewis Hamilton. Do we have the pace to go for the overtake on the Mercedes driver? No, we don't. He's better in a straight line, but we're going to put over to the left-hand side, get the job done into the chicane, and there we go, unlapping ourselves to every driver on the field. So we've gone from 2 laps down onto the lead lap, and also gaining on Julian Palmer, who is next up in front of us. So I should be able to get him within the next couple of corners, but unfortunately we are going to be coming into the pits on this lap. So I'm going to be putting it down into lean mix, pull over to the left hand side, brake a little bit later than the Renault driver, squeeze him out a little bit so that I don't actually take him out as I come into the pit lane. And losing the back end to get blue flagged. Right, 37 miles an hour, that's what we need to get. There we go, 30, okay. It was better than last time, but it still braked very, very early for the line. So lost out a bit of time to some of the guys, but not enough to really make too much of a difference. We're actually going on to the set of super soft tyres. We've taken these soft tyres a little bit longer than I thought I would, so that gives me the opportunity to go onto the super softs for the end of the race, which is really good indeed. And that means that I can be a lot quicker at the end of this race. Unfortunately, we had to give the position back to Verline. Just get the car turned in. Yes, there we go. Do not want to go onto the grass, otherwise that would have lost me a heap load of time going down in towards turn 1. But okay, right, let's catch up to Verline, let's catch up to everybody else and try and get into the points of my first 2 laps down challenge series race, whatever you want to call it. I honestly can't believe it's only taken me like half a lap to catch up to Pascal Verline. I mean, how slow are you going on those medium tyres? You must be a literal slug right now going round. Oh my god, Verline, you are letting down the team, boy. Come on, I've gone from 2 laps down to on the lead lap, buddy. Right, okay. You are a disappointment. I'm going to make Manor good again, and we are going to catch up to Kevin Magnussen. If we can get 10th position in this race, I will be really happy indeed. But we're on a set of super soft tyres. We're a whole lot quicker than the rest of the field. They are 3 in a row there, down towards turn 1. So if they can hold each other up, that would be really nice right now. And I actually think they have done. And I am actually going to be in the same position I was before I came into my pit stop, after I get past both Kevin Magnussen and Julian Palmer. Wow. These guys are going very, very slowly. I mean, they are very easy AI, but I didn't realise they were this slow. So we're going to go up the inside of Palmer in towards this right hand. And there we go. Position done on the Renault driver. And we are right behind Nico Rosberg, who's currently running in second. So after making that pit stop, we're not actually on the lead lap. But we know that Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton will have to make one more stop in this race, I believe. Okay, then here is Lewis Hamilton. He is just a little bit up the road. We're going to go up the inside down in towards turn 3 there and get the position done on him, which means that we are now, we're now officially on the lead lap. Okay, so we've now got past Lewis Hamilton. We don't have to make any more pit stops in this race unless we have a collision. And I'm not too sure. I think Lewis Hamilton may actually be doing a 1-stopper in this race, because it's a little bit too late to go for a pit stop, as we get an easy move there on Esteban Gutierrez. So I think it's a little bit too late to now make a pit stop for a set of super softs. If you're going to do it, you would have done it a couple of laps ago, because these last about 8 laps in the race. So bit weird that they've managed to do a 1-stopper. Maybe I should have gone for that, gone for the softs at the start and gone on to the mediums, but I felt like it was probably best to be as quick as I possibly can at the start to try and make up the positions and the time that I had lost. But we are unfortunately minus 0.9 laps of fuel, so we're going to have to put it into lean at some point in this race. This Manor is really bad on fuel efficiency at this track, which is really frustrating. Right, here we go. Danny Kvyat currently running in 13th place. We're going to take that away from him. What is he on about? Does he say I've got to punch a tyre or something? I didn't quite catch that, but I swear Jeff said that the air pressure in one of our tyres was like 0. But maybe that's just a dud. Is that something new coming to the game? Because that's actually quite interesting. Never heard that before, but it kind of got me a little bit worried. I'm not going to lie. I thought I had a puncher for no reason then. And that was a little bit worrying. But, okay, let's get back to the race. We're currently running in 13th position, as I was upshifting very early through those corners. But we're currently running in P13. in this race. Roman Grosjean looks like he's a long way up the road. And then ahead of him, who's running in 11th place, not too sure who it is, but they look like they're even further up the road. So come on, Hayden, let's push like hell and let's try and get these positions back. Right, here we go, right behind Roman Grosjean now. Good exit on that corner. We are going to get a position on him. Don't squeeze me, Roman Grosjean. Oh my god, that was scary once again. But we've got the position done on the Haas driver. 3 laps left to go in this race. And Carlos Sainz is a long way up the road. Come on, Hayden. We can do this. We can get points in this race. Carlos Sainz tried to do his best to stop us from getting points in this race. And let's make sure that that attempt was in vain. He came into the pits. He held us up for even longer. But let's make sure that that attempt was in vain. And we do get points in this race. They're not too far ahead as we set the fast lap of the race. A 1:30.8 was that? 8:35? Yes, it was. Right. Good lap, Rio Haryanto. Good lap. Now let's catch up to Carlos Sainz. 2 laps left to go in the first episode of this series, and we are right behind Carlos Sainz now. We should be able to get 11th place away from him, and we should be able to get 10th place and get into the points. Where are you going to go, Carlos Sainz? Let me just squeeze it around the outside. Thank you very much. And there we go. We will get position there on Carlos Sainz. Now, Felipe Massa, he's in 10th. Nico Hulkenberg is in 9th. So we should be able to get past both of these guys and get into that 9th position. Oh, Massa going very, very slowly. Getting caught up behind him. We go to the left-hand side. Around the outside. Oh, Massa, don't squeeze me out there. I'm fighting against very easy AI, and they are fighting me as much as they possibly can. Right, round the outside of Nico Hulkenberg. Can we do that? No, we're just not quick enough in this manner. That Force India is very, very quick in a straight line. So is the Williams, of course. So it was good to get past those 2 guys very, very quickly indeed. I think that is going to be it in this challenge, though. We've got 2 laps, well, 1.5 laps left to go. There's a Sauber of Felipe Nasr, I believe, that is just ahead of us. So we've actually gone from 2 laps down to lapping a car in this race. That just shows you how bad that Sauber is in this season. He's going to have to let me through. We're just going to go up the inside, down in towards this right-hander. Nasr gives us the room, and we take that position. Right, 1 lap left to go. Can we catch up the gap to Jenson Button, who's now dropped down into 8th position, and get past him? Let's find out. Not too many corners left to go. Well, only 1 lap left to go in this race. So it's going to be difficult. But we are going to try our best over this final lap. Come on, we can do this. Okay, so Lewis Hamilton is today's race winner for the first round of this 2 laps down challenge. As I'm losing the back end all over the place. We are catching up to a few guys on the mini-map. They're going through the chicane now. Can we do it? Can we get 7th place in this race? Can we do it? There's only a few corners left to go. One sector left to go in this challenge. Come on. Come on, I can see them. They're going through that corner right now, under braking in towards the right-hander. Come on, I'm taking literally as much of the track limits as I possibly can. I'm not too sure, though, whether I'm going to be able to make it. I can just see them ahead of me. Come on, can we do it through the final corner? We're right behind Jenson Button. No, I don't think we can. We've lost the back end all over the place. They're going to be slow out of the corner, but unfortunately, it's not going to be the case. I've lost the back end all over the place. It's not going to happen, but still, 9th place. 9th place in this challenge. We run out of fuel at the end of the race, but 9th place is a really, really good result in this race. Pascal Wehrlein holding us up, doing everything he could do to stop us from getting into the points, but nevertheless, we managed to do it. There's the podium: Lewis Hamilton, Nico Rosberg, and Daniel Ricciardo. So that was just amazing. That was absolutely an amazing race. Unfortunately, it's only 9th place. It's only 2 points in the championship. Lewis Hamilton currently leads the way, but still, it's a really, really good result. From 2 laps down, well, even further, we're 2.5 laps down to the leaders because of Pascal Wehrlein having to come into pits on the first lap. So it was a difficult challenge today, but it seems like we did a very good one. Unfortunately, we made 1 more pit stop than the leaders. So if we had not made that extra pit stop and gone from the soft to the mediums, I reckon we could have actually got into maybe 6th place. Maybe not actually, maybe not 6th place, but definitely would have got that 7th place. Definitely would have beaten Valtteri Bottas and Jenson Button. But unfortunately, that is the way. We may have been battling with Max Verstappen and Sebastian Vettel had we not made those pit stops, but we've just got to accept that, move on, and try and do better in the next one. So up next is going to be the Bahrain Grand Prix, where we try and get a better result than 9th position. Hopefully, nobody loses their front wing on the first lap and actually has to come into pit stop and stop even further, and we can have a lot cleaner race and make it a lot easier of a challenge to try and get further up in the points, because at the moment it doesn't look like we're going to be a championship contender, but of course we're going to try and change that over the course of the season. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, and of course if you're excited for this series, smash that like button. Also subscribe to my channel to see more F1 content from myself. Of course, I've got this series coming to you every single week on a Wednesday. I've got my career mode as well. That is starting season 4 on Thursday, which I believe will be tomorrow after this video going up. So make sure you are ready to see that, because it's going to be a little bit of a change to the similar format that I have done before. So you can definitely be excited for that one. But I'll see you next week with another 2 laps down challenge, a video series, whatever. I haven't really thought of a name of it yet, but surely I will think of a name. But yeah, I will see you in a week's time for another one of this episode to carry on this series and try and make Rio Haryanto a champion. But until then, it's goodbye from me.